Imagine a Dragon Ball game where the theme is more suspenseful and the concept is done in the way of Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. Sounds like something you don't normally see from a Dragon Ball game, right? It's a fresh, brand new concept with so many possibilities they could go. And it has a gacha system? Oh my kami. Yup. Dragon Ball The Breakers is a fresh idea done extremely poorly, and because of this, the community has deserted this game, making it go on life support, but many would say it's already dead. Where do I start with this game? There were so many bad choices, from a free-to-play model mixed with a retail price tag, throw in some reused assets from Xenoverse, promises of updates that took way too long, a bland hub world, and no crossplay functionality are just the tip of the iceberg with the problems of this game. First off, when you boot up the game, you do a mandatory tutorial while Oolong and Bulma are with you. It's tedious, but it doesn't take too long. After that, you're transported to the hub world of this game. Remember Xenoverse's 2 hub world? Well, this game's hub world should be just as exciting, right? I bet there's lots of stuff to do. I mean, just look at it. You got your shops and your gacha machine. You got Oolong and Bulma to say one line of dialogue to you. You have a few robots, no other players to interact with or do funny poses with. And how could I forget this amazing giant wallboard thing? This hub world is shit. I mean, maybe it's unfair to expect a Xenoverse quality level hub world, but this doesn't even compare to one section of Xenoverse 2's hub world. Literally, the Orange Star High School section alone is better than this. Plus, Xenoverse 2 is literally in this game. Yeah, I'm not joking. Just turn your camera while on this game's hub world and you will see Xenoverse 2 off in the distance. This game reuses so many assets from Xenoverse that we've come full circle and Xenoverse is actually in this game. And it just makes you think, why aren't I playing Xenoverse instead? The least they could have done is let you see other players to interact with, but I bet the dev team did this on purpose because they didn't want a physical representation of a dead community in your face every time you boot this game up. I'm not exaggerating for the player base dying off on this game either. If you look at Steam's numbers from when this game launched to now, they have gotten so much worse. As for PlayStation, which is what I personally play with, the queue times for this can be hit or miss. Sometimes I wait just over a minute, and other times it's about a 3 to 5 minute wait. Honestly, that's pretty good for the PlayStation community. When I first got this game, it would take around 9 to 10 minutes to get into a match. But I think that's because the servers were not up to snuff yet, and they still had a few technical issues that they needed to work out. So I'll go over the content that's currently in this game as of today. So for the Raiders, which are the killers of this game, your choices are Frieza, Cell, Boo, and Great Ape Vegeta. And for your unique survivors, you have Bulma, Oolong, Chi-Chi, Farmer with a Shotgun, and Yajirobe. Then you have access to create your own survivors using Xenoverse assets, with not even as much design options as Xenoverse, which makes no sense to me. If you're just going to reuse Xenoverse assets, then why don't we have access to all the designs that Xenoverse does at the very least? Now you have the stupid gacha system, and there is zero reason for this to exist. Basically, you do pulls with either Zenny, Siphon tickets, or TP. TP can be bought with real money, which I bet they really want you to do. And each of these pulls nets you a new skill, or attack, or character. If you're unlucky though, you can pull the same stuff over and over again. If this happens, you get a bit of the in-game currency. I'm going to call it fire currency in this case. I don't know what the actual term is, but it looks like a little fire symbol. And if you end up pulling dupes, you get this currency, but it's not enough to justify pulling dupes in the first place. These skills that you can pull for can be equipped to your character to help you in-game, whether it's setting up traps for the raider, escape tools, long-distance gap closing, and more. Like I mentioned earlier, you can also pull characters that you can transform into, but you don't actually become the character you get. Instead, you get a weird fusion of your created character and the anime character, and your face is implanted on their body, and it just looks wrong. Especially Beerus. That is gonna haunt my dreams. Using your newfound abomination, you can use iconic attacks from the anime by equipping attack abilities, which are the signature moves to those characters, like the Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, Special Beam Cannon, Masenko, and the list goes on. But only if you pulled what you wanted from the gacha system. However, again, if you're unlucky, just like me, you can use the fire currency you have from pulling all those dupes and purchase those super attacks from the knockoff chamber. But wait, there's more. To further upgrade skills to their max potential, yes, you heard me right, the skills that you wasted resources to pull for only to get a million dupes, then the anime gods finally granting you that skill you wanted is not at its full potential yet. To get it to max level, you can also spend more resources to upgrade it at the knockoff chamber. With each level a skill goes up, the cooldown for it gets shorter. And concerning the anime-only character skills, once you level their skills up to 10, you can equip them to any character you want and are not locked to that specific character anymore. Oh my god, we're not even at the gameplay yet. The shops are lackluster. You can purchase a few bland clothing options and some basic abilities if your gacha luck is terrible. That's about it for the shops. But I will admit, with the new patches that they added, they also put in now a Chaozu doll that straps to your back like when he was gonna blow himself up on Nappa. And it looks hilarious. Like he's gonna try again. He's like, it'll work this time, I know it. Trust me, Tien, I got this. When I blow myself up this time, it'll kill somebody, I swear to God. So now you're ready to queue up for a game. If you want to play as the Raider, you can queue for that while playing Survivor. And after each Survivor game, your priority for the Raider will go up. When it gets high enough, you can then play as the Raider. At least that's how it used to work. Ever since the new update, some stuff has changed now. If you're playing with friends, you cannot queue for a Raider anymore. You're stuck only in the Survivor role. This is a terrible decision. I know why it was implemented, so friends can't team up with each other and then team up with the Raider and kill their non-friends in the group. But the community for this game is so small, and so many people want to be able to play with their friends while also being a Raider, and now they can't. You've annoyed what little bit of a community you had by doing this. And from when I was playing, I never encountered a Raider teaming up with their friends to ruin a match, so I personally never even experienced this. And as for me, killing my friends was fun. I actually preferred hunting them down over the randoms. Also, when you finally get into a game and you're in the loading screen, you can make your characters do poses, and the Raider can also use voice lines to say before a match, and they're pretty funny, and you can even buy more voice lines from the shop. Now the gameplay. Honestly, this is the strongest part of the game in my opinion. To me, when I first played this game, and even now, I think the gameplay is really good. It wasn't perfect, but I still was having a lot of fun. And a lot of the matches I was having fun in, I wasn't even playing with my friends. I was on my own too. I would play for hours. By the way, Oolong main for life. Actually, before anything else, side note, the English dub for Oolong doesn't sound the same as when he used to, so I don't know if they got a different VA, but it bugged the hell out of me that it wasn't just the same person as before, but I ignored it because Oolong's just too funny to play as. Back to the gameplay though. Objectives as a Raider to win are, you can either kill all the survivors or destroy the main time machine. And if you destroy the main time machine, a new smaller time machine can be used by the survivors to escape. I'm gonna call that Time Machine Junior though. And if you destroy the Time Machine Junior, then all the survivors that have not yet been killed auto lose. Survivors' objectives are don't die, run like hell, and don't die. I'm joking. Kind of. So survivors actually have a few options. So first off, they can find and put these keys that are all over the map into special slots that activate the time machine. You can also find radars that will help you with this. There are radars for the keys, radars for Dragon Balls, and radars for NPC scaredy cats you can save. But if your team is getting dummied by the Raider, and it takes too long or the main time machine is destroyed, Trunks will tell you to just get into the Time Machine Junior and escape. The other option you have to win is to kill the Raider. This needs to be done with team coordination, otherwise you're just asking to die. Usually what you want to do is have all your team members around and transform after gathering enough energy, which is those yellowish cube things all over the map. Then as you are all transformed, just wail on the killer until he's dead. And of course, it wouldn't be a Dragon Ball game without some balls. After you collect 7 balls, you need to find one of the altars placed on the map to put the balls there, and then you can make a wish to get stronger or make all your teammates stronger. Now, if you haven't played the game, you're probably thinking, why wouldn't you just wish for your entire team to get stronger instead of just you? It seems pretty obvious that's the better wish, right? Well, dear viewer, that's because there are 3 transformation levels. If you wish for your entire team to get stronger, their dragon levels go up and that's all. However, if you wish for just you to get stronger, you can upgrade to the legendary 4th transformation. This transformation can be used to decimate the raider because of how strong it is, and a few of your teammates can help you out even if they only have a level 1 transformation. However, survivor be warned, the raider can also make a wish to the dragon by collecting the dragon balls as well, or by stealing your hard-earned wish at the last second by finding you, beating the crap out of you, and then wishing from the altar instead. As for the variety of maps in the game, there's about 3 to 4 if I remember correctly. Not sure if they added any more through updates. There is a West City map, Namekian map, and a map with Kami's Lookout, and the Tournament Arena. All the maps are pretty basic with caves and structures to hide in, although sometimes hiding doesn't usually work because most killers have a sense energy ability and they can see you if they're in the same area you're in, so most of the time it's better to keep moving than hide. And since we're on the topic of raiders, some just seem infinitely better than others. I saw Frieza get a lot of playtime and he was really good since he didn't have to be physically next to you to finish you off, which would save the raider a lot of time, whereas other raiders have to physically go near you and pick you up to do their finisher. And apparently Grade 8 Vegeta seems to be considered the new best raider in the game, since even if you kill Nappa at level 2, you don't win, Vegeta will still come out, so sometimes it just seems like you're speeding up your own demise by killing Nappa. The only good thing about killing Nappa is Vegeta's cooldowns are much longer, but I'm not sure how much that's worth it in the long run. And running from the raider can be a nightmare if you're up against a semi-competent raider. If they lock onto you, you're not getting away, unless you get some help from your team, and even then the raider may just switch targets and kill your team member who came to help you. There are a few abilities a survivor can get to help run from a raider, such as the Solar Flare or the Saiyan Space Pod, but again, you're at the mercy of the Gacha system to see if you can even get those. Basically, this game, long after its release, still feels pretty bare bones, but it was at least fun for me anyway, especially with friends, but the new patches and balance changes and Q reworks did very little to make this game better in my opinion. And it's a shame unfortunately that it even ended up this way. Most anime games, especially the Dragon Ball franchise, barely ever branch out from doing fighting games. Which is fine, Dragon Ball is great at doing fighting games, but this could have been the next big step to push Dragon Ball into a different genre and succeed. Apparently there is supposed to be more content and support coming for this game, but it feels too little too late. Unless they decide to do a massive drop with a ton of new raiders and survivors at minimum, I don't think much will change on this game. Luckily, this is a Dragon Ball game we're talking about, so there's no need to worry, a better game will be just around the corner in due time. And there's a plethora of Dragon Ball games already out that you can get your Dragon Ball fix on. I'm still going to be playing this game from time to time, and I do have fun for the little time that I do play it for, so I'll continue to keep playing the game from time to time for however long the community will last on this game. Maybe I'll see you guys on there, and maybe, hopefully, this game gets better either with more patches, or, if we ever see the day, a Dragon Ball Breakers 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Nath out. Hey everybody, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, it would really help out the channel. And I also have a lot of new video ideas that I'm working on right now, so just stay tuned and look forward to that. I think it's content you guys will really enjoy. With that said, again, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. See you next time!